If you're new to exercise or supporting somebody who is, this episode is just for you. We're going to start with gentle seated movement, ideal for beginners or for those days when energies are just so low. So begin with posture, sit tall, feet flat, shoulders relaxed. We're going to go through a short routine that wakes up the body safely. So the exercises in this episode, we're going to do 4. So the first one is going to be shoulder rolls. So this may seem very simple, but actually when the brain and body aren't connected, this can be quite difficult. So firstly, if the brain and the body is connected and you can do the shoulder circles, or the person you're caring for can do them, great. I would do them forwards and backwards, although I've just done that the wrong way around. You get the idea. You can also do them one at a time. If doing 2 is too difficult, and again forwards. I do not make that look easy at all. If somebody is really struggling to understand the instructions that you're giving them, maybe play some sort of game or activity. Always make sure that they can complete it in a positive way and don't set them up for failure. So it could be that you ask them to touch your arm, your hand, get them to lift their shoulder and touch your hand, and the same forwards and the same backwards. It could also be that maybe you have a towel in front of you and you're asking them to bring it back. There's a slight movement there in what we're trying to create. Just trying to think of imaginative ways to get the shoulders moving. The next exercise that we're going to do are arm reaches. Now I know that we did this in a previous episode, but that was seated, very boring, moving your hands forward, trying to connect the brain and body. But this time what we're going to think about is, can that person do this in their day-to-day? This is called active daily living. Now is that person maybe reaching for a tap, maybe reaching for a cup, maybe reaching for a magazine, their handbag? If they're already doing this day to day, then you're good to go. The only thing I would say for red flags for this is any prolonged overhead movement. This could be dangerous if somebody has a heart condition. So really you want to limit the amount of overhead work you're doing and just kind of keep it to the front, to the side, and in front. I would advise doing any kind of arm movements like this, maybe 10 times, a couple of times a day. I know how difficult it can be to implement exercise into your daily routine, especially if you're not used to it. So maybe write a list, check it off, do it a couple of times a day. I think you would be blown away by simple movements and the impact that it can have. The next exercise in this episode are side bends. So hands by the sides, and you are literally bending side to side. You can do this in a chair, pop your hands over the side of the chair, making sure that you're not near any furniture that you might end up hitting yourself, and you're just bending. Bring that belly button into your spine as you'll move into control and contract, and also protect your back. Don't lean forward when you're doing this, sit up nice and tall. Keep breathing. Sometimes we find things very difficult to do, that we stop breathing. We hold our breath because it gives us a little bit more oomph. Again, do what you can. Doing something is better than nothing. Even if you just do it 3 times, that's better than nothing. And then the last exercise in this episode is seated marches. Using the hip flexors are really going to help with positioning, posture, proprioception, which means where your body knows where it is in space and time. It's very good for core, it's good for stability. So all you're going to do is lift the knees up, feet off the floor, hip marches. We've done this in the earlier episode, so why not challenge yourself? Maybe go a bit quicker or a bit slower. Maybe the tempo, just turn it right down and see how hard that is when you do it very slowly. Exercise doesn't have to be perfect. Move it or lose it is such a powerful saying, and seriously, if you don't move it, you will lose it. Don't forget to encourage deep breathing throughout. This routine improves circulation, joint mobility and alertness. Even short, simple sessions like this, the body and the mind work better together. And remember, movement is medicine and consistency is key.